Okay, now we're gonna start practicing with the pen tool. We're gonna start with this exercise. Here we have these lines, and we will try to recreate these lines in Illustrator. I know it's a very boring exercise, but it's necessary because, as I said earlier, the pen tool is by far the most important tool in Illustrator, and you absolutely need to master it. Close. I'm gonna click File, Place, Exercise 12, check Template, and then Place. Now I'm gonna choose the pen tool right here. I'm gonna set the fill to none and change the stroke weight to 10 points. I'm gonna zoom, and I'm gonna start with this line. Click to create an anchor point. I'm gonna come here, click, come here, create another point. One tip you can use if you want the line to be perfectly vertical, you press Shift and it won't move like this. If you want it to be perfectly horizontal, same thing, Shift like this. If you want 45 degrees, with Shift you can also do that. So I'm gonna come here, click, click, move using space. One anchor point here and one last anchor point here. Now I'm gonna press Escape and select deselect. This is a very easy one to do. I'm gonna move to the next. I'm gonna set the color to red. I'm gonna click here, another anchor point here. I'm gonna put the cursor right here, and now I'm gonna click and drag like this, and now I can create a curve like this. If I want the handles to stay perfectly horizontal, I'm gonna press Shift, and now as you notice, the handles are perfectly horizontal. I'm gonna stop here, let go, then I'm gonna come here, click. I'm gonna do the same thing, put the cursor here, drag to the right, and press Shift at the same time, like this. I'm gonna come here and click. Same thing here. If I, by mistake, instead of clicking here, I click here and drag, if I press space, I can move the point like this and put it where it needs to be, here, exactly here. Then I let go of space. Now I can modify the curve however I want. I'm gonna press Shift and leave it here, let go, go here, click, same thing, click and drag, press Shift, let go, one click here, move to the next, put the cursor here, drag to the right, press Shift, like this, let go, click, click and drag to the right, press Shift, like this, and 1 point here. Now just a straight line, one last anchor point here, and now we're done with the second one. Press escape, select, deselect, and we move to the third. I'm gonna choose the blue color, one anchor point here, 1 point here. I'm gonna click and drag like this until I get the curve I want, like this. Now I want another anchor point here, but I want a straight line, and obviously here we have a curve. To make a straight line from here, it's very simple. I'm gonna put the cursor right here, and you notice the cursor has changed. I make one click on this point, one click, and now I anchored that point. Now if I go from here, I get a straight line, and then now I can make another point here, come here, do the same thing. I need a curve, click and drag like this, go to this point, anchor and click, a straight line now, another curve, click and drag like this, anchor, straight line, another curve, click, another curve, anchor, straight line, another curve, click, anchor, straight line from here, another straight line here, another straight line here, and a curve here. If I try to do the next curve, you notice this is not the curve we want. So I'm gonna anchor again, and now I can create a curve like this. Anchor, straight line. Now one last curve like this. Click, anchor, a straight line like this, and another straight line like this. And this is the last point I create. I can press escape, select, deselect. Now we move to the last one. I'm gonna choose the color green for this one. Click here, click here. No, I need the color green, like this. Now I can go on, continue. I put the cursor right here, click and drag, and make a curve like this. And now I need a curve like this. And obviously, this is not what we want. It's not the curve that we want. Why? Because the curve now is following this handle, is going according to this handle. We can change that by moving the handle. To do that, I'm gonna press Alt and click on the handle, and I'm gonna move it like this. I move it from there to here like this, and now I let go of Alt. You notice this is the curve we're gonna make now. This is the curve we have now. Why? Because I changed the handle. I'm gonna move the handle some more, press Alt like this, make it closer like this, and this is exactly, just a little bit more, this is exactly the curve we want. Click from here, go here and click and drag, create another curve, press Alt. I'm gonna move the handle right here. I can make it longer or shorter, and this will determine how the curve is gonna be. I'm gonna leave it right here and see what we get. This is fine. I'm gonna make it a little bit shorter, like I'm gonna move it a little bit. Click and drag. Another curve. Now Alt, change the handle here. This is a good curve. Click. From here, gonna create curve like this. Alt, change the handle, put it here. This is a good curve. Click. Another curve. Alt, move the handle like this. Gonna make it a little bit longer. Click. Curve like this. Alt. Another curve like this. Press Alt. Move the handle like this. Alt again. I'm gonna make it a little bit closer. Gonna make it a little bit longer. This is the curve we want. Click. Another curve. I'm gonna move the handle here. Click. One curve here. Alt. Move the handle right here. Gonna make the handle a little bit longer. Click. One curve like this. Alt, move the handle here. Click. Curve. Alt, move the handle. Gonna make it shorter. Alt, move the handle. Alt, and this is the last curve. Click, and now one straight line. Click again. Gonna press escape. And now we no longer need the template. We can go ahead and hide it. And now the exercise is finished. You go do the same and don't forget to save.